Welcome to day 5 of the 7-day reset. As a recap, you faced collapse, where you acknowledged that something in your life was no longer working. You moved into confrontation, where you examined the patterns you discovered and asked the harder questions, where avoidance, dishonesty, or self deception may have been shaping your decisions. Then, in realignment, you began adjusting direction. You examined your values, your environment, and the influences shaping your decisions. Those steps require honesty, they require discipline, and sometimes they require difficult change. But today is different. Today we enter reclamation. Reclamation is where something powerful begins to happen. This is the first step where you start taking your agency back. Instead of only examining what went wrong, you begin deciding what you will build moving forward. In my own life, reclamation meant reclaiming different parts of my world. I reclaimed my career, choosing how I wanted to grow instead of allowing circumstances to define that path. I reclaimed my co-parenting journey, setting boundaries that created a healthier environment for everyone involved. I reclaimed relationships, surrounding myself with people who supported growth, accountability, and peace. And that is the nature of reclamation. You begin taking ownership again. Because there are many parts of life that can drift out of your control if you are not intentional. You may need to reclaim your time, taking it back from distractions and investing it into things that actually matter. You may need to reclaim your voice, speaking honestly in conversations where you previously stayed silent. You may need to reclaim your finances, taking responsibility for debt, spending, saving, and long-term stability. You may need to reclaim your physical health, your exercise, your diet, your sleep, your daily habits. You may need to reclaim your environment, being more intentional about who you spend time with and what influences shape your thinking. You may need to reclaim your education or professional growth, returning to school, learning a new skill, advancing your career. Or you may need to reclaim something simpler but just as important, your peace. Reclamation looks different for everyone, but the principle is the same. You are stepping back into the driver's seat of your life. And that brings us to your action step for today. Take 10 minutes and write down 3 things you want to reclaim in your life. Not someday, not eventually, but now. Ask yourself, what part of my life needs my leadership again? What have I allowed to drift that I am ready to take ownership of? And what is one small action I can take this week that moves me back into control? Because reclamation creates something powerful, momentum. You have already done the difficult work of reflection and realignment. Now you begin applying it. And that momentum will carry us into the final step of this framework, elevation. But for now, stay focused on reclamation. Continue doing the work, stay disciplined, keep ascending and keep elevating. I will see you in the next video.